Yo, 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 what's up, everyone? New comic book day again, it's here. Actually, that was yesterday. It's Thursday now, October 24th, I want to say. I just realized it's a Lee Weeks cover. Not one of his best. Anywho, so yeah, new comic book day. Best day of the week. Picked up the Batman Beyond, Batwoman Beyond thing. Had to go to 3 different shops to find one of these, so got one just in case, you know. Had to stay up on my spec. Isn't that right, dog? Yeah, you don't care. Woo, hi. Just hanging out. Alright, so the main thing I wanted to show off is this bad guy. Literally. Picked up, I don't know if you guys saw one of my last, I think it was 2 videos ago. I finally opened the Shocker bust I got over there. Also from Asylum. Lizard is as well. Those are my 2 favorite Marvel bad guys, and well, Spider-Man anyway. And my 3rd favorite just happens to be Shocker. And my LCS had one of these as well, where I got the Electro one. So I figured why not? You know, I'd break down and buy Shocker as well. So I'm digging it. Sculpt is by, it's like Eli something or other. Eli Livingston. Yeah, it's like one of 3,000, I think. Something like that. So, yeah, Mr. Schultz here he's not everybody's favorite. Not too many people really care for him. He's not too many people's favorite Marvel villain, or Spider-Man villain even at all. So, I've always appreciated him. Old Herman here. I've always just dug that costume. It's like how it's like a big old bumblebee. It's very Snake-esque, I guess. But I like that it's like an insulated, I don't know, like an insulated suit to absorb his shock waves and whatnot. I'm just like, I don't know, I like the texture of it. I like the brown and the yellow. It's dope. Like, I like the original Daredevil suit more than the red one. But anywho, got that. And I also picked up a pop. I'm definitely not a pop guy. I only have maybe 6 or 7 pops, maybe, at most. And I opened mine. I have like 2 that are exclusives, or I think they are, whatever they are. One of them being an X-23 one. I think it's a Toys R Us exclusive. That one's still in the box, but now that I got this bad guy, this bad girl, I might open that one and put them together. I'm just not a pop dude. I think they're kind of, I don't want to say juvenile, but just like kind of childish. They're just always, they all have the same tiny little body, big head, the little black beady eyes. They all have that bobblehead look. Just, I'd rather pay the money and get like a nice, you know, McFarlane sculpt, or like a Marvel Legends, Marvel Select, or whatever. You know, I'd rather pay the money for one of those Japanese version figures or statues. I'd rather pay the money for quality over just these little. And it's more the boxes. And I don't get why people keep them in the box. They display them in the box. Some of the time they have them like this, so you can't even see it at all, or like that. It's just like, unless you have like, I mean, I know some of those people have like a, you know, like a mountain of them, a mountain of pops, like a shelf, stacks on stacks on stacks of pops. That's one thing, but I don't know, when they're like littered all over your shelves from random spots, and if you're gonna get them, display them, open them up. Like this one, I'm for sure opening, and I'm gonna put this up right now, or put this up as well. Now I didn't have it up; I had it in a box, but now I'm gonna put it up as well and open this because this would look cool. If this was out of the box, you wouldn't necessarily even think it's a pop. It would just look like a really cool, like a just nifty little, I don't know, goofy figure. You know, it just looks cool, like a big-headed thing. You know, I don't know. It doesn't have that. That's kind of the pops I go for. Is I try to get ones that don't initially aren't very pop-esque. I don't know. I have a Spider-Man one, of course, and then I have like the Adam West Batman and the Cesar Romero Joker, but I don't remember what else I have. I have a Kid Goku one, which really, it's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I like to get ones that are, they don't, that one just, because like Goku has a big head, so it fits where, like you could get a Hey Arnold one. He has a giant fucking head, and it wouldn't necessarily look like a pop, it would just look like a tiny action figure of Hey Arnold. So just ones that don't necessarily, aren't the average ones. Those are the kind of ones I go for. I can't even think of what else I have. I know I have the Hawk Girl exclusive from the Legion of Collectors box, but anywho, whatever. Just wanted to show that off. I will be opening that. There's some other cool ones on here. Thanos was okay. I like Daredevil a lot, but because I'm a Daredevil guy, but I don't even have a regular Daredevil pop, so I'm not gonna start with a Venomized one. I like full Mohawk Storm, so that's cool too. But, yeah. Anyway, out of all the Venomized characters, I think X-23 had the best one. I don't think any of them, other than that Venomverse miniseries, I don't think any of them got their own series or went on. But if any of them were gonna be like a mainstay, I think it would be this one. So I don't know, nice little investment there. Remember when this was like a $15 book, $20 book? Yeah, that's what I think I got this one for 10, and I remember paying like 7 or 8 for the other one I have. You can get them for cover price now, but that was one of the hot ones everyone wanted. Fuck yeah, I'm so pumped to have this Shocker. It's so cool. Man. Anywho's. Alright, moving on to the books. So as I said, I got this Batwoman Beyond book. I don't know. I'll look through it and see what happens. I also got this Tangled book. Because I love Disney princesses. I'm just kidding. Rapunzel is my daughter's favorite character, princess character, whatever, so. She's got this for her. Yeah, why not? Actually. Throw it in her little comic box. She's got a nice Whitman Goofy here. I'm jealous of. Oops. Anyways. Iron Maiden. Yeah, I don't like getting her a lot of the newer stuff because I don't like spending, she's 3, so I don't like spending the $4 cover price for new books that she's just going to destroy or not even read. So when I can get them for like $1, I go for it. I usually get her like pony ones or she's like Frozen now. Of course, those are like the new ones that are expensive. Oh, don't look at that. Iron Maiden, Legacy of the Beast. It's like chapter 2, what do they call it? Night City is what this one's called. It's the second go round of Legacy of the Beast. I don't think I picked up a number 2, so I need to go back and get that. I know I got multiple covers for issue 1, I think, I hope. They usually do 2 to 3 covers for all their issues. Sometimes, pretty sure they do at least 3, but at least for the first Legacy of the Beast. Big Eddie fan, big Iron Maiden fan. Couldn't skip that. Gosh, I can show you guys something. I love this one. That's dope. I love headshots of him, and especially, I don't know if I think I've maybe walked past these in videos. I'm a big mask collector, but I'm also a big Iron Maiden fan, so why not get masks as well? They have a few others that I don't have yet, but yeah, I got this one this year. It's fucking dope. Yeah. They had the Aces High one, which I believe is also off Power Slave. It has the aviator hat on, like the bomber Eddie. They had that one at the Halloween store. I work at a Halloween store every year, so that's why I usually get those. But that one sold like literally the day I went in. It was like our second week open. I'm like, all right, finally got the extra money I can buy my Eddie mask for the year. And someone had bought it earlier that day, so missed out on that. And I think they made the hair way too big and poofy for the Killers one, so I have yet to bite the bullet on that. Alright, so I grabbed into first Immortal Hulk for fucking $6. Check that shit out. Oh, these are cool together. Look how far we've come in 2 years. 25 issues. This is Immortal Hulk 25, the new one this week. Man, it was an okay book. I'm not gonna really spoil much. Just they finally bring back the One Below All and kind of see that through. It's pretty nasty, pretty gory little kind of last few pages. These big spreads, but I don't know, it's kind of anticlimactic. I think we were all just anticipating something bigger happening. And I don't know if I've seen solicitations for like 26 and 27. I don't know if they're gonna keep going with like Ross and Ewing. I don't know if Ewing's still gonna be writing it and Ross doing covers. Anyway, yeah. So I got this for $6. I think it was just he had a box there that hadn't been touched for a year or so. It was just kind of like a back issue box. Had random new things in it. Because there was some when that Marvel Legacy first started. Yeah, that's what this is from. Some of the Spider-Man ones that are also going for, like the Red Goblin ones. Some of those are going for $5 to $10. He had some of those in there. So I think this was just like maybe a hot box he had from last year that just got misplaced, and no one had gone through it for a while. And yeah, this was in there. So why not? That's like you get 30 or 40 for that in a second. So I'm gonna be keeping it though, because I had several copies of this and sold all of them off except for one, and I'd like to have one for my Immortal Hulk run and runs. One for my main keeping run, and then one for my Avengers run. Because that No Surrender was a pretty good art. I love those Mark Brooks covers. It was okay. I didn't like the interior art, but the story was good, and I liked the covers. Alright, so, yeah, pumped to get that. Could not say no. I want to say he even gave me a discount on like everything, because he was having a sale, so I probably got it for like $5. Like, talk about a steal. Shit. In my last take of this, I went on a tangent about a little rant about fucking second printings and third printings and fourth printings, and how I hate the way Marvel's doing it. I miss the way they used to do it, where they'd just change the color of the background, or like the Marvel now normally had a red border, and if it was second print had a blue border. And sure enough, I came across one of these. But that was I don't do any editing to my videos. I just kind of do them live, and if I run over time, or if I ramble too much, or I get messed up too many times, I'll just cut it and start over. Usually I can get through in like 1 or 2 takes, but yeah. So I can't quite remember what brought the topic up, but I was just going off on a rant about that. And I think I was also talking about how annoyed I am with how they kill Alfred at the end of this, or do they? We don't know. And now they're up to like issue 81, 82, and they still haven't like addressed what happened to Alfred, or if it happened at all. So I'm just kind of getting tired of that. They've been doing like the Catwoman honeymoon little arc there, so it's like, whoa, okay, so you're gonna like explain? So we're still waiting on that. So I think, I don't know, something led me to going off about additional printings and shit. And so yeah, so I was able to get one first printing thanks to my buddy, what's his name? I think it's Kirk. Yeah, K-Wizza on Instagram. I don't know if he has any YouTube kind of existence, but on Instagram, check him out, K-Wizza. He's part of my Symbiote comic brotherhood. And he sent me one, so I'm happy about that. But this is his second print came out, and I thought, why not? I have 1 or 2, like, so when I can. This is the one I'll open up to show people what happened. God, I just really hope they go back and like touch on it. But if King's gonna finish his run and not go back to it at all, okay, buddy. You're just really solidifying what a lot of people, all the shit people talk about you. It's really kind of, yeah, I don't know. You're not helping your cause here. You were losing a lot of fans. Like, aside from Mr. Miracle, Tom King has been a giant waste to comics, in my opinion. I know some people liked the Heroes in Crisis thing. If that was even him, I think it was. I didn't care for it, but I don't know. It's been a big flop. Go back to writing spy novels, whatever it is he was doing. Money Shot, the talk of the week, the new Faithless, which is the new. I don't know. They've always had these little sex criminals type nudie covers and shit. They've been doing that for decades and decades. What's that one brand? Mad Cave, I think. They do all those like naked cave woman books, jungle fantasy. Anyway, Money Shot came out. It's looks like a superhero team where they all do each other a bunch, I guess. I'm not really sure. Just thought I would check it out. Just gaining some online coverage. This is cover A, I think, and then cover C and D had the polybag sealed, like disclaimer. This is nothing like the cover you're gonna get. Blah 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 blah. That's funny. And up here it's like, warning: this book contains human anatomy. I love the way they sold that off. Okay, better cover it. What was that? One of the other newer ones I liked. Unnatural was really good. They had some variants that like showed pig boobs and stuff. But cover D, I want to say, was like a Kirby homage variant thing, which I wasn't quite. I didn't really care for the innuendo on it type thing. Whereas cover C is just like a naked version of this. They're all like playing naked Twister, like all them very naked. So a little bit better than the D, even though it was a Kirby book, Kirby whatever thing. Unbound, I don't buy much from Xenoscope because it's kind of the same thing. They just do like Robin Hood, Wizard of Oz, half-naked ladies, which, I mean, if that's your thing, they're who you want to go to, but not mine. So when they do regular books or like some more hero or action and oriented things, sometimes I get them. I get the number ones at least. So Unbound, got that. Flash came out. Big Flash fan. It's the only book from DC I really care about. It's the only book I've pulled anyway. Yeah, and I dug this cover a lot. It's I like when comics, what's the word, like humanize heroes. Just show them doing more like mundane things. Which is what a big standout for Flash for me was the '90s John Wesley Ship show. And one of the best things about it is in like not just every episode, but like every other scene, he's eating. He's like got a whole pizza or a whole fucking long hero sandwich or something. Always has something because he's the Flash. He's got his metabolism's like ridiculous fast. He's got to keep his carbs up. You know, he probably has like 100,000 a day caloric intake. You know, he's got to, whatever, keep that up. And that's something the Grant Gustin, it's the CW show, really doesn't talk about. I think in maybe the pilot, one of the first episodes, I think they touched on it once or twice. But I know it might seem kind of campy or repetitive, but I always liked that about Flash. Like, it would have to be a fucking, I don't know. There's so many like everyday flaws that would come with being the Flash. I like when they touch on those. I find that to be some of the more entertaining aspects of superhero comics. I got the mark. This was sorry, some gibberish there. This book came out last week. I was trying to say two different ways of saying I think this book was from a week or two ago, and this book came out last week, I think. Cover, they say on it, I think, cover B. This one must be cover A because it doesn't say anything, but cover B. I was able to get this one, I want to say, one or two copies last week. I don't know if I got one of these, so I made sure, and I think it was kind of a hot book. I think you could still get it for cover price, but I think a lot of the online ones were selling out, at least my comic shop, busy asses. So I doubled up on those, or tripled, I'm not even sure. Action Comics, as I always say, is pretty good. I like it more than Detective, anyway. And I don't get Superman, or like the title Superman at all. But Action Comics is pretty good. I didn't care for the the Leviathan thing that was leading up to Event Leviathan. But the issues before that and some of the ones after have been pretty good. I like the Red Cloud, Leon stuff. So, seeing that through. Oh, Prison Alert! I will always get any Prison cover I come across for cheap. For at least cover. I don't know. Some of those crazy variants, I don't care. But those Wonder Woman B covers, bring them on. So, couldn't say no to that. There's a Detective. Okay. I know, and I think the last take of this as well, I was going off on a thing like, just buy what you want. Buy the stuff you like to read. Buy what you love, Buy what you're going to read, and read the stuff. That's always a little saying of ours. Is buy what you read and read what you love. Don't worry about all the speculation. Like, I was going to talk more about that Batman Beyond book. And how, like, people don't pay ridiculous prices for it. It's a stupid spec key. There's a new character that comes out every week. And, like, case behold, Mrs. Freeze. There's always going to be a new character. You're never going to be able to keep up with it. So just stick to the stuff you enjoy getting. Like, yeah, of course, don't be afraid to take chances on new stuff you don't know. Like, if you only got the stuff you love, you'll never get anything new. But, like, you know what I mean? Don't be afraid to try new things. But don't worry about, I didn't get Batman. You didn't care about Batman Beyond. You weren't reading the last couple issues or this whole series at all. You probably haven't thought about Batman Beyond since the late 90s cartoon on Cartoon Network or whatever. Nobody cares about Batman Beyond. Now, of course, he has his fan base, but you know what I mean? Like, don't go around breaking your back to just get every little hot book you think there's going to be. Like, get a book because you enjoy getting it. Don't get Immortal Hulk 25 because you thought there'd be some crazy cosmic key at the end. Just get it because you've been getting all the other issues. I don't know. I know I was going to say something about how Marvel and DC just seem to keep copying each other, and but Marvel's been doing these True Believers, but now DC's finally doing their dollar books, and they're pretty blatant with it. We're just gonna call them dollar comics. So I did get this one, Swamp Thing 1. I don't have a real one, so I've read it before, but it'll be nice to read it again. I got a couple copies of the Apocalypse, True Believer. I picked up a Hulk facsimile, Hulk #1. And then, as I mentioned, Immortal Hulk came out. Oh, shit. I also got this bad boy, which I guess overnight jumped to like being a $100 book. It's crazy. It's a 1 in 10, and my shop wanted 40, but gave it to me for half, which is a great deal. Because they were already going for like 40 and maybe asking 50 by Wednesday. Dude, that book just in one day has skyrocketed. So I don't know. I wasn't gonna sell it, but now, who knows? I mean, don't ask me on here. If I do, it's going on eBay. But I'm probably gonna keep it. I think I want to hold on to it. At least see where the ceiling goes on it. Jesus, that's crazy how these random ratio variants will just like those early the Zafino ones. The Zafino Immortal Hulk was hitting 400 for a 1 in 25. That's nuts. Oh gosh. At least the bust was out of there. Count Crowley. I'm pumped to check this out. I love my horror stuff, so that looks good. I got about a minute left. An Immortal Hulk. Okay, so I did get 2 copies of the Bennett. It's Bennett, right? Yeah, Bennett cover. And then 2 of the Ross cover. And as I said, nothing crazy happens in it, but it is a thicker book. It's like $5.99. Yeah, $5.99 cover. Oh well, still, I've got like 2 or 3 runs on building, so I've been getting doubles and triples of all of them. And another pricier book I didn't realize was a $9.99 cover until I got it home. Like, no wonder my bill was so high. But they keep, as I always say, if they keep making Spider-Man #1s, I'll keep buying them. So no crap to talk here. I heard there's a bunch of little like Wolfman Spider-Man. There's a bunch of little crazy short stories, so you probably get some new character, some new spider version in there. That'll be a key. Whatever. Alright guys, well thanks for watching.